I want to ask a bit about the equation here, because you have a complicated situation where you have Sergio Martinez as WBC champion. You have probably Rubio versus Sparta fighting for the interim champion, maybe becoming the real champion. Then you have Nielsen versus Jeter for the silver, maybe becoming the mandatory or something like that. So what's the whole situation now, and how much is sure?
Yeah, well, the situation is that Sergio Martinez against Murray picked up an injury, hasn't fought since that fight. So in his absence, now they've decided to put Rubio versus Sparta for the interim WBC title, now it also looks to make it even more complicated that Martinez is going to fight against Cotto in June. So winning the silver title for Patrick would mean that he goes up to a number 3 spot in the WBC, with number 1 and 2 belonging to Sparta and Rubio, and Patrick getting a crack at the winner of Sparta versus Rubio. Obviously, we don't know now if that's going to be for the interim title or for the full title.
But it could be for the interim title.
It's either for the interim or the full, depending on what Martinez's next moves are.
It seems that it might be a possibility that Patrick has to go to the US if it's Rubio. But is Rubio that big a name in the US?
Well, I think Rubio's quite a big name in the US. He's obviously got Mexican descent. He's got some, good fan base out there. HBO was speaking about Patrick fighting him a while ago, actually.
Okay.
When I had dinner with one of the executives there in last year, I think he's not a Cotto or a Martinez, but he's maybe one step down from that.
Recently you had a bit of a similar situation in the WBA, where you have Golovkin as the champion, and then you had Murray as the interim champion, and then Shudinov was supposed to fight for the interim title because Golovkin was supposed to be super champ, and then it all fell.
It all got a bit complicated. By going for the WBC route, we have a plan mapped out. Of course, as a plan, you call it a plan in boxing. Nothing. You hope that it's going to go like that, but quite often, things change. We were high up in the WBA and we're high up in the WBO. We like this route now. We like this route. We see that I think Patrick can beat either Sparta or Rubio. We're happy with this route.
Okay.
But of course he has to beat Mo Jeter first. So.
Yeah. And what kind of a fighter is Jeter?
Jeter, I've seen his fight against the contender. What was his name? The guy who's in the contender, Jimmy Lang. Yeah. Jimmy Lang. I've seen a few fights on him. He's a busy guy. He's a busy guy, and he throws a lot of punches, and he'll keep coming. But I wouldn't say there's one thing that I wouldn't say he's got amazing punching power or anything, but he's effective in what he does, and Patrick will have to be on form on that night. Joey's going to study a lot of videos on him, as he always does, and he's going to have to make a plan.